Ahoi, dalmatians, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance II. It is time to give Rosa back her book. And due to apparently the mission that's timed, we don't have too much time to fuck around because we don't want to find out. So first off, let's go to Rosa, give her back the book, and then immediately go to Vavak. Let's do it like that. So let's be quick. Facts. Yeah. Plan the trip. I don't have to plan anything. It's going very quickly.
I don't know what you said to the mint master, but he left here looking like he'd met.
I can teleport. I'm using. If you didn't know that, I'm using wardrobes. Did you read the book? Yes, I think so. About the book that you wanted.
By the way, like you were saying about that book.
My favorite book. Pray tell, did you find it?
But I didn't really read it.
Through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers.
Like I read it, but I didn't read it.
Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see what it's about?
And he was dead in the morning.
I read a bit of it.
What did you think?
His whole life in front of him, and next thing you know, he's being buried.
What do you like about it?
Why don't you tell me what you find so compelling about it? It's your favorite book, right?
Well, let's say that I identify with the author. We share a similar view of the
What
world.
was in the book?
And who is the author? I didn't find a name in the book.
That's on purpose.
You wrote it, didn't you?
Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
Sure.
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life, I might have become a writer.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me.
Writing, you're saying?
What do you think?
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
Okay, I have a question. Because you guys told me that I need to hurry up. So, do I have time for that or not?
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. What should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll
Woman.
take careful notes of everything.
There are heaps of stories about men. So I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
Clever.
I think above all that she should be clever.
And isn't that rather detrimental for a girl?
Only fools say that.
Only fools say that. Jilted half-wits who met girls smarter than themselves.
You'd be surprised. My father is no fool, but at times he wishes I were more of a goose. Or better yet, that I would change overnight into a sun. But if the lady in our story is clever, should she employ her wits for good or evil?
Good.
I'm for good intentions. If we come up with an interesting woman, it would be a shame to write her as evil.
I agree. Too bad it's only on paper. I'd like to meet our lady in the flesh.
You're waiting for Rosa to finish your story.
Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch. Especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Imagine a beautiful lady is standing before you, and you are courting her. What would you do?
I would.
I'd rather keep what I do to myself. But how about something like
I'm
this?
nude modeling.
Well, now we're done.
Oh, finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward. This book won't be getting any more done.
Do I need to read that? The lady and your dance, however, did not return to the entertainment that evening. First time I did this, she made me lay down and drew me ugly as fuck. I don't know, is that good or not? Hi Kenny, how are you doing?
So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impression.
Great, I guess. Only there were more such books.
Too bad there aren't more books like this. If there were, I might end up turning into a scholar.
Really? I'll take that as the highest possible compliment. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
It's pretty.
Oh, it's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, so did I. I'd like to see you again sometime. Would you mind if I stop by?
Please do.
I don't want to fuck her.
It will certainly be enlightening.
I know
for
you
both
guys are
of us.
all having the hots. I get it. But I don't have the hots for her. So just to fuck you guys off, we're not romancing her. My Henry is playing for the other team. You know? The betrayal.
Especially in these times, we have to heed the commandments, because there are monsters among us.
Excuse me?
We did a sturdy. I maybe
To
did.
let food supplies from the city to send to our brave defenders.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the city council assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Atlas, thank you so much for stream stick of 3. And Zachariah, thank you so much for stream stick of 20. How are you doing, Zachariah? How are you doing, Atlas? How are you guys? It's hard to romance Rosa, really? Remember Mass Effect where you were a hopeless case? Listen, in Mass Effect nobody wanted to be together with me, but in Kingdom Come Deliverance everybody wants me. Black Bartosz, Romans, and everybody else. And that's a fact. I did also Bartosz. That's where my heart is.
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king?
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it? And tell the truth.
I'm not telling you shit.
Well, I just want to climb the social ladder a bit. Nothing wrong with that, is there?
And could you not choose a different occasion for that?
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you'd better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
Hi, Zacharias, how are you doing? So do you get to change horses? You could change horses, yeah, but I will never give away my pebbles.
And how about a few groschen to seal our fruitful relationship?
You're worse than a horse dealer. Have it your way, then. You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name.
Franta.
Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter.
I like
Which
the name
reminds
Franta.
me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
Franta.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
Where can I find this boy?
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is zum Eisernen Adler.
Adler. I have one of your sword earrings. I use it as a keychain with my key cards. I can send you the link where I got them from. Funnily enough, they're handmade, which I think is really, really cool. They're handmade from a very small shop, a German shop. I think she's doing a great job. But yeah, you could change horses, yeah.
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
Okay, obtain the King's Waiter's certificate, obtain the King's Waiter's clothes. You can also type it in Google if you want to. I don't have a problem stating the name. The name from the shop is Vesper Moth. So Vesper Moth. Pebbles like one of the best horses. Pebbles isn't a good horse when you get Pebbles for the first time, but when you ride a certain amount of kilometers with Pebbles, Pebbles gets a boost, and then Pebbles is one of the best horses. I think not the best horse, but one of the best horses. And I could never leave Pebbles alone, like behind. That's something I could never do. Yes, I am, Toby. And hi, Toby. How are you doing?
God bless. Same to you. A whole village burnt to the
Okay.
ground. Hell
Taylor Schneider, they said, right? Pebbles is here since day one. Can't leave him behind. Exactly. Are you...
Quality goods here. I apologize.
Sadler?
Have you got those?
Ah, Fanta!
Greetings. I'd like to...
Surely you can wait a while. I have a customer here. Here you are. The finest fabric. Intricate work. You won't find the likes anywhere else in this town.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost. Thanks. I'll gladly recommend you if anyone asks.
And you impatient fella, what was it you wanted?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right then. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
No.
Well, to tell the truth, I'm not exactly an expert.
You're off to a great start, but whatever. If you make a mess of it and the king has you whipped, you've no one to blame but yourself.
Got it.
Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you, and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly, or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not.
Neato!
Hi, Light of Life. How you doing? You can stealth kill the king. Really? That sounds stupid. What was the song that you were singing a few seconds ago? I think I was singing a song from the game, wasn't I? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab yourself something to eat, something to drink, makes it comfortable. I hope you enjoy the stream. How are you doing? Henry should get some titles too. I'm Henry is getting too lame. I feel you. For I am Henry, kick off chickens. Hey, 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 we're not playing Fable here. Will you play Fable 2026 when it's released? You bet your arse I will.
We've got enough to go around.
You bet your arse I will. Don't lose an item and don't get covered in shit. I could excel in my everyday life with tasks like this. Hi Neon, how you doing?
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming. What's wrong with him?
He's drunk.
He got as drunk as a lord. Totally pie-faced. Then he fell into a ditch, and now he's staggering around the streets, God knows where.
I might have expected. Once, he turned up with a hangover, and as soon as he smelt wine, he threw up all over the chapel door.
Great.
I told him if that ever happened again, he was for the boot. Oh, well, you'll have to take his place for today. I've no time to find someone else. We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you. Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You won't be needing it anyway. You don't want to be dragging a load if you're running around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
Hi Holy, how you doing?
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen.
I think that's just his name, Majordomo.
Look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokai or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarzhitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarzhitz stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
Stay in the background.
To stay in the background and keep quiet until someone asks me something?
Correct. The councillors have a lot to discuss, and they certainly don't need any interruptions. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and
Waiters
provide
were the perfect
everything
gossip
that
girls.
anyone wants from you. Understood?
Absolutely. I'm a waiter after all, not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it, right?
Sure.
I've got something I have to...
Something more. You need to...
Let's just check real quick. Okay, those are just these here. As I said, I think the quest tips I will ignore for now. Yeah, so I think we can do that. Let's do it.
Here I am.
You've got a tune. You don't... Do you know?
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
Kuttenberg City Council morning. Ooh. Orders. A guest will order wine, either Tokaji, white, or monastery red, by calling out to you and raising their hand. If you're unsure, you can ask them to repeat the order. On the table in the corner of the room, you find 2 pitchers of wine. Take the one that one of the guests wants to pour and walk to his table with the pitcher. The chat will activate the option to pour wine for him. After serving the guest, you can return the pitcher or wait to see if the next guest wants the same wine. Be careful not to let guests wait too long or pour them a wine they didn't order. Repeated delays or mistakes won't be tolerated. Oh. Red wine.
Pictures of wine.
And on top of that,
Hopefully I won't splash anyone's shoes.
From it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at?
White.
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the dry devil,
Andrew.
used that thing. That Hackenbüchel.
Where is he?
Hand cannon. Can you believe
Are you
it?
deaf or something?
Where did they get them?
White. You're the one who should know where
I
they
don't
are.
see him.
Since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herr Gott.
Sir?
It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this
What did I do
too.
to you? What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeit
I'd like some
this
monastery
is.
wine. Refill my
Dry
boy.
devil is running
No, that's
free.
Adam of
There are
Zarzhitz.
Raubricker everywhere in the
I'd
region.
like to
We
oblige,
have the
but
army bearing
not.
down.
This
and
is
you want to
unbelievable.
defend yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly? The
What's up?
merciful King
Pour me red
Sigismund
wine.
is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment.
Sir?
What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies, nicht wahr? We are more than familiar with the yeomanly state of our armory, and the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up. I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public bathway.
Baths or brothels.
Wait, who was that? No, it's Adam again.
Sorry, sir. Orders from above.
This is
So the
unbelievable.
cleanliness of the city is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right. More wine, Master Bailiff.
You have the new bath.
Come closer.
Old ones. But I hear
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief.
Flimmel already
She
knows
thought
us.
She could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house.
He should
stole it.
understand
No one's
that I'm-
noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right back with it, understood?
Taxes too.
Bring the confiscated goblet to Bailiff Flimmel.
Surely not. The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
Nor overestimated. If someone needs to wash, there's a river just a few steps from the city wall.
Certainly. And they can get leeches there for free as well. And while he's there, a man can shave and take a you-know-what.
So what? Going to the bar
Where is it?
neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten
She said
the
something about a year Stone Cup.
A great many people died needlessly.
Nice.
Are you questioning
silver might
God's
this be?
plan? The Black Death had nothing.
So, did you find it?
I did, Master Bailiff.
Yeah, I know, Fexter. I feel you. That's what I had also.
Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
It's a waste of time.
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate only once, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident.
They all
You
know
were
me
there,
already,
weren't you?
though.
That's just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there?
Boy,
Leave nothing out.
cup of
I
monastery
don't
wine.
like Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated.
Thank you, waiter.
I don't
You're
think
welcome.
Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself.
I fancy some Takari.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first.
They drink wine like
Knows what he
insane.
wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town.
Hopefully nobody recognizes you in your goofy waiter gear.
Adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. I could understand it with mercenaries, students, other scum of all kinds, but city councillors?
Be specific, Forsooker.
I'd like some
Are you
modest
blaming one of us?
Refill my cup, boy.
Look who spoke first.
I mean, Warwick. Okay, yeah, Warwick makes sense.
It's supposed to be an honorable combat.
Don't hang
I
around
don't
me.
take part in it.
You hear
That's
me?
the only reason you're still here on the council and not in the pillory.
If you want to blame somebody, you should point the finger at the youngster here who's...
I don't want to
Excuse
see you
me.
again.
Ah, never mind.
Waiter!
I suspect the
Refill,
gentleman
sir.
from the city
You think I'd
sword
come to the
fighting
council
school
just to
brought this
do
custom to
Come
us.
here.
It's now run by the
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
All right. I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While
Okay.
you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored. And because I told you. Get on with it.
What a prick.
The guards are apparently settling accounts their own way. We'll soon be the laughing stock of the
Wings.
whole town.
You can rest assured the whole town is already laughing at us all day long.
Dude, I don't know.
One more reason.
My words exactly.
That was easy enough.
The town
And he wanted me
council
to
is
count the
squabbling
winged figures.
constantly at the Emperor Charles.
One.
And no one is left unscathed.
And you, a councillor, let people throw dirt
2,
on our work.
3,
If I
4,
threw out
5,
everyone who complains over
6,
beer,
7,
I'd soon be out of
8,
customers.
Ah,
9,
we'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste
10.
our time?
I think 10.
So, let's see what you've got for me.
I found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
Bye, demon. Take care. Oh, shit.
I counted 24, sir.
And you counted correct. Good. Here you
I
are,
only saw
so
10.
you can have a bit of fun in the evening too, eh?
Yes, they turn a dispute over the cathedral.
Oops.
The building of the church is
I only
dragged
counted
on,
10,
and
I'm
in
not
the
gonna
meantime,
lie.
They are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery.
Hey, waiter.
And they are going to make a oil mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in the city under siege?
Thanks, Bullby.
You, lad, I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do?
I really couldn't say, sir.
And what would that be?
I have a feeling I've spoken with you before, too. Or with someone
what
who
if I
looks a
would?
hell of a lot
Hold your
like
horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
Then hell freezes over, my friend. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all
you.
they would
I
be
see.
defeated.
Come up in the world. From a battle's boy to a waiter.
What?
You'll go a long way.
Those wrestlers upstairs, of course.
It was a lot more fun in the
People from
bathhouse.
the whole town go to watch them roar.
You're a merry soul, lad. I like that.
Because it has all been sorted out.
Hi, Raiden. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good, and thank you.
Threw them all out.
He just gave me 1 groschen, yeah.
What do we have to
That
discuss
motherfucker.
next?
Cheap bitch. We could just poison his wine.
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Henry, you should go back to your place. The ginger! Oh. Margaret is also there. He looks like a bitch. Lower your side and pour the wine.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Oh, that was nice, though. It was very nice of him.
Like this plan of fights!
To be honest, that was really nice. That was the first time that we saw Wenceslas, and it was really nice. He treated us nicer than 90% of all the nobles that we've met so far.
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject.
Are we playing as Godwin again? I guess we do. Hi, friend. How you doing? Your lip piercings hurt. What do you think? I don't like that Henry had to bow to them. It makes sense, though. I bought the blacksmith DLC for this game just to break my elbow off and have surgery on it. Oh no, Chinchilla! I'm so sorry to hear that! Are you better now? No, I'm sitting at home playing games one-handed for a month. Oh no, since when? Hi, Racy! How you doing? Hi, Royal. How are you doing? Stardew Valley? That's good. It's Godwin the Goat time again. Yeah, but let's be honest though, that was really nice of Wenceslas. He treated us better than 90% of all the nobles did so far. Hi, Tonkatsu, how are you doing?
Do you know any of the guests here?
It was very
Most
nice.
of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they keep him mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try.
He's the one that unleashed Margvath. Don't forget them. Fair. He's also the one that's responsible for Ishvan, Toth, and all them. Fair. But I said that in the first Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 though. Even though that may be an unpopular opinion, but I will say it again. Basically, what Istvan did is the same thing that we are doing now here. There isn't so much off. Like, we are very similar. Maybe the ways that we're doing it are different, but basically both of them are doing the same. He crashes out on the Kuttenberg people, nice to the way to Henry. Yeah. Long in between the break and surgery, did they have to re-break it? Oh no, yeah, it sounds rough. 3 more weeks. Ugh.
Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
You do it for justice, they do it for selfish reasons? Kinda, yeah. Funny enough, because the friendliest line Sigismund has in-game was this one to Henry right now. You mean Wenceslas? You can assassinate Wenceslas at a meeting. I won't spoil how, but it's kind of hidden. It's a unique game over you can get. Do I get a achievement or not? Because if I don't get an achievement, then I don't care. Hi Racy, thank you so much for the stream streak of 5. Thank you. I love this game, absolute masterpiece. It's great, yeah. Hi Doctor, how are you doing?
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Hi the one, how are you doing? Hope you're doing great. This was Sigismund right now. Wenceslas is the brother king in prison. Oh yeah, right, we are for King Wenceslas. Yeah. That was Sigismund. That was nice to us right now, right? Like nice to Henry for a second. Hi Lars, how are you doing? Man, I liked Hanush already in the first game. Hanush was great.
I'm glad I finally accepted.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin. A friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière,
À ma manière.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off.
How did he end up in Malashov?
How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Kuttenberg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
Oh, he's been.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it.
He's funny.
No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
I mean, we know that he fought on both.
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle. Many great men fell there.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me. So I settled down in the presbytery in Ujits.
Then, what are you doing here at a meeting of opponents of the crown?
Ah, the Lord moves in mysterious ways.
He's French, yeah. I agree. I think it sounds so good. I love the French language. French sounds so smooth and also kind of sexy. I really like French language. I'm really sad that I can't talk French really anymore. I've learned French, but I forgot so much about it. But I would love to be able to speak more French again. Hi, Top Shelf. How are you doing?
You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
Damn.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
I have a question. Because I don't really care about stuff like that. But isn't it that way that whenever a new pope is announced, they get their new name, right? So for example, I don't know, I'm just saying something. You name Peter, okay? And as soon as you get pope, then you get your pope name. And then your pope name, for example, is Pope Benedict. For example. But how do they give you your new pope name? Can you choose which name you want to have? If so, can I have a new one? Like, I know that they are, I think, allowed to choose from the names that already exist, but can I, for example, get a new one? Yeah, it's Sunday today. Kaden, how are you doing? You choose it? Yeah, but can I change a whole... Like, can I, for example, call myself, I don't know, Pope Berthold? Because I want to be called Pope Berthold. Or do I have to choose a name that's from a pope that is already existing? That's my question. My pope name would be 420. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. You could technically choose whatever you want. So I could choose whatever. They choose a biblical name. So if I find a name in the Bible, it doesn't matter as dumb as the name is, I can get it. Pope. I love that. I will call myself Pope if I'll ever be the Pope. Hi, Lisha. How are you doing? Nice seeing you. Yeah, Pope Jesus. For example, like, I mean, that would probably be blasphemy or whatever, but could I call myself Pope Jesus? Pope Gnome. Could be Pope Waffles if you want to, but imagine some people might kick up a fuss. Yeah. He is asking Latin co nomine vis vocari. By what name shall you be called? The Pope is choosing a new name after honoring a past Pope or saint to signal his papal priorities, which is then announced to the world by a Cardinal Proto-Diaconus. So it sounds like you could choose what you want. Oh my god! Then I literally would call myself Pope Nope. That's great. Or like, Pope Eminem. I would choose a name of somebody just to fuck them off. Like somebody who's really proud of their name or whatever. I would be called Pope Kardashian.
How come almost nobody here knows?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
Pope Dope 420. Popalicious. Pope suck my ass.
rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Kuttenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Samuel's face is familiar to me. I don't know where I know him from, though.
Come here, Sadie. Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are thrown?
Wait, they know. Oh, yeah, right. It's the dude that we asked in the Jewish quarter, right? That led us to Liechtenstein, I think. Pope Dover is insane. Every time someone says your name, you would be like, excuse me? Oh yeah, I am called Pope, suck my ass. Hold up, I just noticed your right bicep. Hi, Ransomos, how you doing? Good eye, good eye. Yeah, Skyrim, how you doing? Yeah, he's the one, I think, that from the Jewish quarter that led us to Liechtenstein. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab yourself something to eat, something to drink, make yourself comfortable. I hope you enjoy the stream. How are you doing? Oh, do we have another fun Pope name? No, I don't. Pope Rope.
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
I love the Popesicle. That's a good one. Popery poopery. Pope poop! The Pope poop! What does it say, by the way? That's the shout for animal companionship.
Maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here
Popcorn!
later. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait.
That's a
blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that
do they talk about our dad?
Why?
Like, dad?
He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children.
Oh, shit.
At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Copula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him. just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And
But
Henry
why-
only found out about it recently.
Why did Martin not take
I'd
care of
rather have a
him?
drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. Why did Martin not take care of him? Martin was such an... Martin didn't know. Or did he just say that? I'm so sorry, in my head I was still with Pope Lees and Pope Corn.
Good health.
L'chaim.
The Red Devil.
Dear friends and allies,
Jetzt Liechtenstein, right?
in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here.
No, that's... Is that
The
Liechtenstein?
question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary. And here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess. Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner?
Yes, Rishka, tell them.
We're gonna drive them out in shame. A few well-planned raids, and we could have him in our fists.
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We
Must
don't
say it.
have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
What's up with Godwin?
is right. That whole son won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Fight! Bitch fight! Punch! Someone punch each other. Just start. That's Liechtenstein, right?
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Why don't they just send some assassins? I mean, I'm straight at Wenceslas, so at Sigismund I could easily kill him.
Oh, that went just as expected. Good health. And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
I love that everybody in the back is always walking around very drunk. By the way, what I wanted to say, I must say it. Kobila, and also Zizka, the characters, they look hot. I said it. I said it. I said it.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
You said it out loud. I did. But let's be honest. It's a fact. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab yourself something to eat, something to drink, make yourself comfortable. I hope you enjoy the stream. How you doing? Poperitus, oh fuck off, Dove. You're such a little fucker, man. Poperitus. Yeah, I do like scars. Hi, Daniel. How you doing? Kobila looks good, yeah.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves. But he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
He looks 60 plus now, even Godwin is like 30 years old. Come on.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome. Because it would mean slow, but certain defeat for all of us.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
The nobles are happier with Wenceslas because he's idle. Yeah, to be honest, that's what I said. I think both of the kings suck.
Botchek of Kunstad. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Waldstein.
Waldstein!
The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Waldstein.
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a
male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her. And that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
Oh.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans.
Hi, good. Hi, Joshua. How are you guys? Should listen to this stuff. Hannes and Radzig talk to each other before you talk to them. You find out something funny. I don't even know where they are.
Nobody has the likes of these.
Hi, Hans. Oh, Hans just sitting there. The fire.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
How do you know Liechtenstein's behind it?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margrave's plans, but they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein, on the contrary, sees his opportunity.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine.
She's
and
cool.
beneficial deals.
I noticed your fangs. Are those detachable or permanent? They're permanent. I don't have a spider tattoo, no.
Who did you learn from? In my experience,
Oh, that's...
women
I wanted to
usually
have the
learn
first
other
answer, to be honest.
I acquired the basics from my husband. God rest his soul. And the rest I learnt quickly, as soon as others started sniffing around his estate. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
Didn't say anything but two, just that Anna is probably... Mythic First, I didn't say anything about you saying something about the tattoo. The tattoo message was from YouTube.
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Harman Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even notice the difference.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead.
Is this a horror game? No, it's a shooter.
But watch yourself. Odorin's groom has eyes everywhere.
Take a look at that. A nightingale surrounded by... Bloody hell.
Oops.
What are you doing?
I'm waiting here for you.
Oh, how's that?
I've been watching you for a while, and I have a feeling you do well to talk a little. In conspectu Dei.
Who in God's name are you?
In God's name indeed. I'm a priest, and I know a wretched sinner when I see one.
Is it that obvious? Christ above.
Don't blaspheme. It'll help you more to confess.
And in the morning, when I met him, I swore I never laid
Yeah,
eyes
I'm
on
the
his
priest,
daughter,
the older man,
even
yeah.
though my back was scratched raw from our roll in the hay.
That's a mortal sin.
He's pulling the
Lying with a
priest
woman
card.
that you're not joined with in holy matrimony. And then lying about it too. That's already 2 commandments
Hi
broken for the
Caleb, how
price
you
of
doing?
one.
Yeah,
I'll
they
go to
all are
hell for that,
gaslighting
won't I?
hardcore.
You won't. As long as you repent. Be contrite. Fast and pray. 10 Our Fathers. Ego te absolvo.
I'll start right away. Thank you, Father.
I love that I even would have been able to do that without the talk if I wouldn't have fucked it up before.
Needs a firm woman's hand. Don't you start too. Am I supposed to find him a bride? On top of everything?
No burger's daughter, but them merchants would bleed you dry before you could say dowry.
Are they talking about Henry? I got it.
I've got those papers from
Hi
Alder.
Weasel, welcome back.
You don't have to announce it to everyone.
My lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
Sure.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success
I
of
think I
our
should
efforts.
stop drinking. I think that's where the game wants me to go. By the way, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Try to listen to the NPC conversations. Not so easy in here, in my opinion. Tried to play this, but I kept getting bet off. That's very easy. Yeah, the game is very hard in the beginning.
I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you say.
Pah, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Damn.
Is that your... Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor.
Whoa.
If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
What the
You
fuck,
want
Martin?
satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see.
Bye, Weasel. Take care.
For us, we'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man
Just
against
like
man.
in Kosovo.
Stay back.
Charge and no mercy! Swing with your whole arm, not just your wrist. Cover your right side. You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through.
That will do.
Good to see you.
My game audio is low. Really?
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Bye, Alex. Take good care. Oh no, Weasel. Bye, Weasel. Take good care. Have a great rest of your work. I think now it should be better, right? But I've made it a little bit louder.
And no luck again, eh? When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
Aye. The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Okay, guys, before we are talking to the last one of the council here, so to Wojcik of Kuttenberg, I am stopping this part here today. So to everybody who's currently watching this on YouTube as a video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's part of Kingdom Come Deliverance II. And if you would like to, we do see each other on the next part of it. Do take good care.